Lord have mercy. Good evening. Today is 16th of February. Excuse me. The time is 9:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Indiana, the USA. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Hello, Joachim. No, I ain't got my socks on yet. I just got out of the bathtub, so I ain't got my socks on. I will before I go to bed. Have you seen probably on the news somewhere in Indiana? I'm thinking it's around Indianapolis. 2 police officers got shot. And I don't know if they're dead or alive or what. I know the Indiana police, state police is there, and I don't know what other police departments. So let's send prayers out to those police officers in Indianapolis, Indiana, in that area. Hello, Margaret. How you doing, baby? Come on, let's turn around and show everybody what you look at. Say, hi, I'm Margaret. I'm the oldest female mother cat in this house. Say, I'm a good mama cat, aren't you, Margaret? Yeah. People, I got a question saying if you got a kitty cat or a doggy and you got a doggy door, they bring you a wild bobcat or a bear or anything like that. What would you do? Because I've seen some videos where their cats or dog brought in a cat or lynx or a baby bear or a fox. And I don't think my outside kitty cats would do that. As always says, people, welcome to the live chat. Remember your privacy and by our community guidelines. Welcome, no matter where you're from in the United States or the country. If you're from a country, put in there what country you're from and what day it is, and maybe what time. Hello, Jacob. How you doing? 709 been worried about you. And last night, we had a lady from Canada. And hello, Lucas. Welcome. And she's been in Canada since she was 3 years old. She's been there over probably 18 years, something like that. I forget what she went by, but she's a Filipino. Her mom and dad brought her to Canada. And she was surprised how many people from Canada on here last night. You know, told you what Providence you live in, and 709 told what Providence he in, and RM, the hospital nurse, told him what Providence he was in. And man, she was surprised. You know, Lucas, you only got 5 subscribers? Get you some videos. Get you some videos. Well, it got up to 50 something today. And my yard is still like a sponge, you know, with all that snow and the rain we had. It's like you walking on a sponge outside. You people that lives out in the country, you know where I'm going with this. Is country, you got septic tanks. You got ladder lines. You know what happens when your yard is spongy. You know, it's sometimes you can't flush your toilet because your ladder lines is so full of water from the snow melting and all of this. And you younger people out there, make sure you don't tell what your age is on this channel. You get time out. So please don't put your age on the channel because some of my moderators will give you 24 hours. But I had a little talk with them. I said, talk to them, see if they will move their age, or you can remove that comment and explain to them why. Like I say, your family there where you live is more important than this grandpa. You know, your family there in Canada is more important, and you need to take care of them. You know, that's how I feel. And I appreciate you all coming up here on my YouTube channel. And because you all here comes up here, you're my family. You're my family. Not blood family, but you're the closest thing I got to family besides my kitty cats. But my kitty cats don't talk human. It'd be nice if they would. Because I've told you, if they talk to me, you think I'm nutty as a fruitcake. But my kitty cats is doing okay. I watched a little bit and little Blackie outside before it got dark. They was playing. Little Blackie is a scaredy cat. I blame Boots. Boots is their mother. She never does have her babies on the porch or back there in the shed. She has them over at the neighbor's place. And the time they get big enough and she brings them back, they're scaredy cats. And I don't know why. I keep telling Boots, I said, have your babies here on the property. I said, they get used to Daddy's voice, and that way it'd be closer for you to keep an eye on your babies. Took my son to the doctor in New Albany. I guess you call it a throat doctor. And somewhere in the next 30 days, they're going to run the scope down his throat. That's one thing. And the other scope, they're going to run it up his rear end. And I was sick, because I ate something. My throat closes up on certain foods I eat. That's how come when I eat, I use water to wash it down. But sometimes it gets caught in my throat. They done spread it open once, but I guess they have to do it a few times. What I remember, they took a picture of my throat, then they put the other thing in it. I guess they got different sizes to spread your esophagus apart. I only made it to the first one. They couldn't use the second one. I'd say I'm not a doctor. I can't really explain it, really. It tastes like root beer, but it's Pepsi Zero. Then we stopped there in Clarksville on Veteran Parkway, close to Vision Works, a place they call Gordon's. It's something like Sam's. I've never been in it. I hear a train. Sounds like it's going southbound. Sometimes, Toast, you have to go to the doctor. Okay, see you later, Jacob. Bye, grandson. Sometimes you have problems swallowing water, milk, or eating food, and they have to run a tube down your throat. Well, they got you knocked out. They would take a picture of your throat to see if it's cancer. Say you smoke, you can have throat cancer. And that's one thing they look for when they stick that camera down your throat. See if everything's okay, because you get pictures of them running it down your throat. Then they run another tube down there where they spread your throat apart. People, I'm not a doctor. This is what I went through a year ago. I need to go do it again. But, see, they put you to sleep. The last time I had it done, this old man did not want to wake up. That's the first good sleep I had for a while. And I sleep as much as I could. I had some good looking nurses. But you can't take none of your medicine. You can't eat nothing after so and so time. You can't smoke anything. Well, they put maybe like a balloon in your throat. It spreads it open. And I don't know how many different sizes they got. I only was at number one. They couldn't get it to spread anymore. And like I said, it closed up. And I got to be careful what I eat, you know, because it gets some. I can eat bologna. It's okay. I can eat bologna the next time. It'll get caught. Or a hot dog or a hamburger. It can get caught. Uh, yeah, I like pickles. I got the crushed pickles, I forget what you call it. It's real fine pickles. I guess you call it relish pickles. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. And some of you new people on here is PG, no sexual harassment. I think that's getting kind of X-rated. To me, that's kind of like sexual harassment, kind of X-rated. Hello, my granddaughter. How you doing? You're gonna go far. You're gonna go far, granddaughter. I don't know. You know, you got those pictures on your YouTube channel, and people will see them here in the United States. They will see them. People that's on my YouTube channel. My granddaughter's on here from England. It's Beatles-7, Beatles N7K. If you like the Beatles, grew up listening to the music of the Beatles, and I want you to go to my granddaughter's YouTube channel, the Beatles. Look at her drawings of the Beatles, and you see how good my granddaughter is there. She is very talented young lady there in the UK. I had my doubts until I saw her drawings, because God is with her. To be a good artist like my granddaughter there, God gave her a special gift. My granddaughter, God gave her a special gift. She wants to be an artist when she gets older. God grant her her wish. She is pretty good. She's good. So go to Beatles-N7K and you see her drawings. She might sell you some of her drawings. I don't know. she makes up her own mind. But if you live in the UK, I'm not going to say what province of the UK. I don't know if they have a place where young people can show the artwork off like they do here. Okay, thank you, granddaughter. I hope I helped you out, and maybe people come up or watch your YouTube channel and look at your drawings. You know, I know you like the Beatles. You thought of maybe some artwork of the Monkees? I think the Monkees was from the UK, I think. I can't remember since I'm an old man. Maybe you could do some artwork with Elvis Presley. And those people that loves Elvis Presley, it's my age. You know, that's something to think about and put it on your YouTube channel. You know, that's what I did there, granddaughter. People, I grew up with the Beatles in the 50s and 60s. And I think the first time I saw them, I could be wrong, it was an old black and white TV show. That's how it was back in the 50s and 60s. They call it the Ed Sullivan Show. And the Beatles was on that show. It's kind of like a talk show. And they played the music and all this. And I believe the Beatles was on another TV show that Dick Clark put on it called American Bandstand. And I believe the Beatles was on American Bandstand. You had Ringo and I forget all of them. And I love them. You know, that's kind of music I grew up with in the 50s and 60s. Was the Monkees, the Beatles, Hank Williams Sr., Conway Twitty Bird, Charlie Pride, Red Fox, which Red Fox is Sanford and Son. And, you know, but, hello, hey, Glow, how you doing this fine Monday evening? I think I went about 60 miles today because I had to take my son to the doctor. Then we went to a place they call Gordon's. Gordon's is something like Sam's. Then we came to Salisbury, stopped at Arby's, and he got him something to eat. Then came back, went to Scottsburg to the drugstore, pick up my prescription. They said I didn't owe anything. And I about fell. I say, what do you mean I don't pay anything? Because Walgreens always charged me $3. So that means Walgreens of Charlestown stole about $3 on this prescription where the insurance pays it. You know, I don't like crooks, people. That's how come I no longer get my medicine at Walgreens anymore. Because how they gave me the shaft. Like jalapeno on a stick. You know, if you ever watch Be Good. My granddaughter's on here. She's a Beatles fan. You know, I love the Beatles. I'm not talking about the animal Beatles. I'm talking about people Beatles. And I don't know. I've never been into Gordon's. Hello, Miss Joanne. I know, I saw that, but it depends. It depends on each state, you know. My son, there's medicine that he takes. He takes, I don't know what the name of it is. He takes a shot every other week for his arthritis. And he got a letter stating that as in March, they wasn't going to pay for it too much. People, my son got arthritis so bad, he has to take the medicine that the doctor described to him. I don't know why the United States government insurance company got to screw us old people. You know. And that's how come people, I like Canada. I love Canada. Their medical plan and their medicine is better there than what we have here in the USA. And I think it's free. You know, that's what I like about Canada. Their medical plan is way better than what we got. Well, I take Ozempic. I get a 90-day supply. That's 3 months. Because Walgreens, I always get 3 months on any medicine that I get except a controlled substance. You can only get a 30-day supply on controlled stuff. That's true. That is true, Skipper. What was it? Is it not Israel? Was it Iraq or some country? I heard on the Buck and Clay show today that Trump is giving this country, was it $5 billion for something? Give or take a little. That's what makes me mad, people. We have people right here in the United States. It's homeless. They're starving. They can't help the homeless because the jobs move out of the United States. Let's take care of us first. Forget those countries. We got homeless veterans. It's homeless. I agree with you there, Grant. And we need to take care of us first. And people, that's why I'm talking to you younger people out there. You're smart enough. You know how to type on a computer. You know who to talk to in Congress and the Senate. You know how to talk and do it right without fighting anybody or threatening to kill anybody. It's up to you younger, because that is your future, your parents' future, your grandparents' future. And hello, 709. Joanne is in here. It's up, like I said, it's up to you younger generation. Protect your future, your parents' future, your grandparents' future, your uncles, your cousins. You know, I say, I don't know what country. I'm thinking Iraq or somewhere. I've heard on the news today, going to give that country $5 billion. Hey, think about the people in the United States. We come first. And that's what I don't like, people. Our government, the congressmen, the senators, and any president, they think about the other country instead of thinking about us here in the United States. That's wrong. That is very wrong. That is wrong. And people, there's something else makes me mad. You used to go to the Social Security office, well, like I did, which is in New Albany, Indiana. You can't walk in anymore. You have to set up an appointment. And you try to talk to somebody, you got to tell them what it is. It's like you're talking to an AI person. And you keep telling them you want to talk to a live person. And they keep giving you the runaround. I'd rather go there. I even asked for an appointment and nobody called me back. What's wrong with this, people? Can't they get people to work in Social Security office anymore? I don't know. That's our government for you. They're giving us the shaft instead of the gold mine. I wish the United States, people, you can check it out. You seen it on the news. And Canada got a better medical plan, and we do. It's free. The food is not like we have here in the United States. They don't have the chemicals in the food like we do. That's something to think about. You know, and 709, I search on the internet and look at the map of Canada and the UK. Where you live, 709, if I get my directions right, St. John is to the east of you, I believe. Man, yeah. That, like I say, it you know, all those different providence in Canada, man, I didn't know how big Canada was. Hello, Jamar Official. I know, I saw that, I had to look on the internet, and one thing I didn't know where Greenland is. It's east of you. And Greenland is big. Or use a bucket. Get you a 5-gallon bucket with a lid on it. Well, usually when you go camping, you got a bathroom in it. Look for those, what they call them, compost toilets. Or a 5-gallon bucket where you put a lid on it. Any animal will get into any kind of garbage. They would do that. I've slept in my van. I had a Suburban, and it was around April, and it got cold. I went out. I went outside and watered my wheels down, and I got back in, and the turtle got in the shell. I had a blanket over my head. Time I have to do number two, I went to a gas station or somewhere like that. You know. Okay, see you again, Jacob. Oh, Wildcat. I'm trying to scoot over. Wildcat keep pushing me to the edge of my. Oh, it's time to get me a new holder on my phone. Hmm. Sorry about that, people. Boy, that look. Maybe you would have been part of Greenland. You know. Well, at the time I was in the house, I was living in the house. But my brother had me arrested to kick me out of the house. And when I went to court, I got OR and all this. And my daughter had to vet my Suburban over at her place. This was over 10, 15 years ago, something like that, I believe. And where I parked my Suburban, it was a big parking lot where 18-wheelers was parking. And they drive the vehicles there, leave the vehicles there, and jump into the 18-wheeler. And I had me a battery operated radio where I could listen to music or something like that. And I had plenty of blankets. You figure out April, it wouldn't be that cold. It was cold outside back there then. And I usually, if I need to take a bath, I went to a truck stop and paid to take a shower in a truck stop and shave. I usually ate at McDonald's. Thank you. Thank you. I could use all the subscribers and all of the watch hours. You need to get you some videos on there. You know, you can, people, you all can do any kind of videos, no matter. Well, on my real mom's side, I had two brothers and two sisters on my real mom's side. On my real dad's side, I got sisters and a few brothers. I think most of them on my dad's side is dead. They died between 60 and 65 because either a heart attack or a stroke. But my mom and dad who adopted me, they adopted three different kids at different times. My a-hole brother and me and my sister who's up in heaven, she died not too long after my mom passed away in February of 17, I think, in that time frame. It was around Valentine's Day because I think her birthday was a day or two before Valentine's Day. Like I say, people, on my real mom, the one that gave birth to me, when she was 12 years old, she was raped by her a-hole stepdad, if you know what I mean. And my real mom had two boys and two girls, not counting me. That means she had 5 kids. My real mom did. And now I probably got 20 plus kids on this planet. Because when I was younger, people, I used to drink a whole lot of alcohol, smoke Mary Jane, blotter acid, like stupid people did. And I don't do anything like that. I've been sober from alcohol and drugs 25 plus years. And I want you younger people, don't give up on your dreams. Follow your dreams. Like my granddaughter, it's on here. She's from the UK. And she's going to be an artist. And I'm very proud of my granddaughter in the UK. Because God gave her a special gift. God is watching over her. That's what you got to do, people. You got to put faith in the God. I know some of you don't believe in God. That's okay. The God does reward people. Be kind. Be nice. Be polite, be respectful. If you can help people out, if you can help them out because God will reward you. A few dollars here and there. Or if you're rich, you can give them a pretty nice pickup truck or a new pickup truck or like a Jeep, 4-wheel drive, The last new vehicle I owned, I'm talking about new, was in 1973. And I don't know how much longer my Toyota Camry's going to hold out with over 250,000 miles on it. I don't know how long it'll last. I just want everybody be polite, be respectful. Yeah, but there's people out there that watch this YouTube is rich. You all rich. And you can help people out. Hello, Brock Corliss. God gave you the money. God can take it away. Well, what am I doing? I'm trying to educate the younger people. And I'm old. I'm on a fixed income. And I try to teach you all to do the right thing. See, I'm bored. I am bored. Because people on here is my family, my YouTube family. I got some real family on here. And you all is my YouTube family. You all keep me going. You all keep the other old people that got YouTube channels. Some of you won't listen to me. That's okay, because if you don't listen to me, that means you don't listen to your mom and dad. So, you all have to put your faith in the God. God will reward you. God will help you out. I know some of you don't believe in God. But this is going to be a short video tonight. And I forgot to mention it at the first. But you all know nurses that works in the hospital. Thank a nurse for their service. pick a nurse for the service. It takes a very special person to be a nurse in the hospital. The ER, ICU, critical care, burn unit, the care of premature babies. It takes a very special person to do that. And your guys, if you're in the hospital and not in a coma, and you got a good looking nurse and you flirt with them, you're happy. You're happy. I guess the male nurses, I guess the ladies who's in the hospital, so that's a good looking male nurse. I said, man, he's good looking. I'm thinking that's what the ladies would think. When I had my heart attack over 8 years ago, it's probably close to 10 years ago. Yeah, about 10 years ago. If it wasn't for those women nurses, it'd been no telling if I still been alive or dead. And it's just something to think about. Thank you, granddaughter. People, my number one granddaughter's on here from the UK. You be nice to her. If you grew up with the Beatles, and go to my granddaughter's YouTube channel, and she got drawings where she drew herself. Now, because he had a good nurse and a good doctor, plus he had God with him. God has something for your dad to do. God spared him for a reason. Well, I don't know what I see in my future. I had dreams that I was a millionaire, billionaire, I had everything I wanted except one thing, a girlfriend, because I knew they would be, okay, granddaughter, you take it easy. Because you're going somewhere. God says you're going somewhere. God gave you a special gift. You draw better than I do, granddaughter. I couldn't draw pictures like that. Maybe if you got a tripod, maybe to show people how you draw. That's up to you. And Sorry about it. I took my medicine a couple hours or so ago. Plus, I took a new medicine that I picked up today. Okay, you have a good night. You take it easy, granddaughter. Grandpa loves you. So you take it easy. Don't give up on your dreams, because I've seen your pictures. You must get it from your mama's side of the family. That'd make your mom feel good. Or maybe you got it from your dad's side. Or really, God gave you a special gift. And so people, good night, and you take it easy. And do the best you can. You know, oh, but I figured some of the medicine that I take would make me sleep better and relax me more. But sometimes I watch TV until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I go to sleep. Take me a kitty cat nap and wake up. And, see, tomorrow's Tuesday. Will I be live tomorrow? I don't know. Sometimes I take a day off. Because I do get wore out. I've been cleaning the house up a little bit. I got to take my cat litter out and dump it out there where the pipe is. And since I don't have any dirt to put in over those rocks, where I can plant some grass or some flowers. I like flowers. I planted a rose bush last year. I don't have the green thumb for a rose bush. So, I want you to follow your dreams, people. Don't give up on yourself. Be polite. Be nice. Be respectful to all the people. Because when you're nice to people, you get rewards back when you treat people nice. I try to treat everybody nice. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called karma. Karma. If you mean to somebody, that's what you all going to get. It's going to come back and bite you on your rear end. I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to snack on. I can go and put my spaghetti and meatballs in the microwave. That takes about 6.5 minutes in the microwave, but the oven takes a little bit longer. That's my second Rainbow. Divine Mac. Oh, you got 80 subscribers. I'm taking that you're a female by the picture. I could be wrong. So please like and subscribe if you do enjoy my content. Thank you, guys. Thank you, my friend. And thank you from Singapore. That's a pretty country. Like they say in some places, is it 5 o'clock somewhere or whatever? Let's see what's this. Well, I got the audio turned down. Let me show you. I got the audio turned down, you know. You got a bunch of good videos. I like Singapore. If I remember right, Singapore is in Asia, I think, around Vietnam and Thailand. I think I'm right. I could be wrong. And just be polite to people, respect them. And you younger people, say you go to Kmart or Walmart or the mall, you see old people. You said, "How good evening, young man and young lady." You make them feel good. Thank you, Joanne and everybody else. Thanks to my moderators. Everybody was pretty good tonight. So I catch you all later. You be good, and you all put your faith in who you want to. I love you all.